Well, landscape designers use many different methods to indicate planting. Well, perhaps the simplest approach is just put a single piece of text in and pick the line command and draw a line from that piece of text to the number of instances of that particular species. So here we need Abelia grandiflora. Because there are 3 of them, you could dive in there and put a bracket, the 3, and a closing bracket, and we're indicating to the client 3 Abelia grandiflora. Another way of representing that would be to draw a line from the centre of each symbol, a continuous line. That could be a polyline, and label in that way. And that's been done here with the Buddleia, linking each instance of the Buddleia back to the piece of text. Or putting in the full botanical name such as that you can rapidly see you run out of space in your design, so a lot of designers will use abbreviations for the symbol. This is a CARX, so CA means CARX, and T is the species name, Testacea. So that's another approach. Over here you can see that's also been done with individual lines, or you can also join up lines. Here's another approach where a philodendron has been indicated by a line and then a red dot. So there are almost as many styles of labelling symbols as there are landscape designers. Well, a different approach that's used by landscape designers is to use a leader for indicating what plant belongs to what species. So pick the leader tool and you're asked for the arrowhead position. Just pull away and then type in the name of the species. And the advantage of this is that you can move your leader around, because arranging things, finding space for the label is sometimes quite tricky. Well, it's also possible to alter the dimension style, and that's what I've done over here with the arrowhead is now changed to a filled dot, and there's lots of options there. But again, once you've got a leader, it can be moved around and repositioned easily in the drawing. So leaders are very, very useful. Well, of course, an even simpler way to tag your symbols is just put a piece of text of appropriate height and sit it on top of the symbol. But all of the techniques that we've discussed so far can be made a lot easier by attaching the symbol to a plant database file. And if I zoom back in on that little symbol, you can see that there is a species tag associated with this particular one. It's a CARX Testacea. And if we go into gCADPlus and edit the plant list, here's the plant list that's associated with the drawing. All of these symbols have been attached to that plant database file, and we can use plant schedules and lists show symbols with names. So you can see all of these symbols except that one there and the larger one. That's for a philodendron, and this is Agonus flexuosa, have been associated with a plant symbol. And that makes it possible to use all of the other tools over here. We can remove data from a plant, show symbols with names which we've just done, search for a particular symbol. We can use a smart plant label tool, which I'll demonstrate in a moment, or even apply a code to the center of all the selected symbols like we've just done with that CARX. All of that can be automated, and in addition to that, the plant schedule can now be generated automatically. I'll take a little break and I'll associate the philodendron and this Agonus with the plant database file, and we'll demonstrate some of those tools.